Hey everybody, we're at the White Raceway in Orlando, Florida. What once was the White Raceway in Orlando, Florida. It was a harness track, horse harness track. They didn't race here, they actually trained here. So the sun's going down, I got here kind of late. Let's go and check it out and get as much done as we can, alright? So, come on. Now these stables here are being used. So I'm going to stand away and hopefully not be seen by the truck back there. We'll see, let's get out of here. Benjamin Franklin White, a Canadian, believe it or not, he came down to Florida in the 20s. He was a horse trainer, very famous already at that time. Started training horses here. At that time, the city of Orlando had nothing as far as entertainment or attractions, and so they approached him to try to make this a training facility. Even though it was a raceway, it was a training facility is what it really was. But there were over 600 something horses that came here. There was 27 stables, and from what I understand, and I'm going to try to get some more information once I walk around here a little bit. Well, behind me is the main entrance and exit to this raceway, and I got a tip. I understand there's a gentleman that's here somewhere on premises that used to train horses here, and matter of fact, he's showed a few champions in his own lifetime, and I understand he's in this home over here. I'm going to go knock on his door and tell him who I am, and maybe he'll give us a little information and who knows, show us around or at least point us in the right direction. So we're going to go see if we can get his attention at his front door, and let's just see what happens. Okay, Mr. Rooney didn't really want to be on video, which I don't blame him because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know what my agenda might be. So super, super nice guy and very, very knowledgeable. That's all I can tell you. So he is going to follow us around a little bit. He just doesn't want to be on video, which, again, I totally understand. Don't blame him. Look at me. Would you trust his face? I wouldn't either. So anyway, but he's getting ready. He's going to join us, and we're going to just walk along a little bit. He's going to kind of point some places out that we're going to try to get to before it gets dark. So I'm looking forward to coming down the road here really quick, and we'll walk around this place and check it out. So Bob, what were you saying was right in this area we're looking at right now?
Well, these were the two original stables. Actually, they were moved from the center field,
Okay.
where now is the soccer fields. They were moved here, and these two stables belong to Mr. White himself.
Okay.
And they were the oldest ones. They were built back in the early 30s.
And that's coming in right from the, and that's coming in from the Lee Road, which has always been the original entrance and exit, I guess.
It has.
Right in here. And we're going to take a walk that way and see what we can run into. Okay, so behind that flagpole was the main office, right over in this area.
To the left of this bush here
Okay.
was a restaurant and a tack shop where they sold equipment.
And you said the Holiday House, was that the famous restaurant that was here? Is that what it was called?
It was down.
And it was just beyond the trees over by the
Yeah,
road. Okay.
Way down the next one.
Okay.
Down the other end where the stables are now, they just went right up on.
So on this end of the track, the horses will actually come and enter right through here to go to the track.
Right.
It's great. And what we're looking at right now, Bob, is this would have been the,
This is the mile track.
this is the mile track, what's left of it. You can see it. You can imagine this was all, you said it was clay?
This is clay. It's still clay underneath here. This was
Okay.
the first turn, and that's the quarter-mile pole right there. The red and white pole is faded now, of course.
Okay, that's the quarter-mile pole right there. Okay.
And this berm here,
Uh-huh.
this is the 5/8 sand track. It's all grown over now.
Okay. Okay, so this little ditch here isn't a ditch. This is really the drain whenever it rained. Okay. At the angle here, you can see it.
Right over there, they could come up.
Okay.
And then this is the sand track where we jogged when that was too wet to go on. We jog on this track right here, which is not very wide.
Okay, so this is a totally different track right here. This was
What we call the Florida track. It's just Florida ground.
okay.
And this berm here, climb up here. This is that half-mile track I showed you on the inside of the mile track.
Okay, and this is the third track that was here. This is the half mile.
This is the turn here.
Okay.
And just beyond those trees would be the first quarter pole. And then of course it went all the way around. And the mile track went all the way down to those poles. And all the way down to...
Where those light poles are?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And all the way to OBT.
Okay.
And you see this building?
Yeah.
That booth?
Yeah.
That's the photo finish we used
Oh, I got
to
it.
qualify.
Well, here we are at the booth. This was right on the start-finish line. That little box there, I guess, had something to do with being able to time those that came in. And right here would have been the start-finish line of all the races here, apparently. I say races, it was really just a training facility. But some of the best were here. And they did race, but it was more for training purposes. You can see how it banks around. It's really pretty awesome. Well, guys, I tried my best to get up there. There's no steps or ladders, and the door is unlocked. But if you hear me breathing, these rails I couldn't grab onto because they're all falling apart. I absolutely cannot get up there. So my apologies. And again, this is the building he was talking about that they all used to meet. Apparently it's still being used, so I'll just keep my distance. But they, on this porch, had a good view of what was going on out here. With those stables there, this was probably another entrance to the track to train. I think there's a photo. As you can see, the inside track, the dirt track, pretty clearly when it runs into that lake, which is just beyond those palmettos there. Again, there's a beautiful view of the mile track coming around that corner. Heading off now into nowhere. Well, I'll tell you, as you can see, not a whole lot left. A lot of memories, I guess, for those that were here. I really want to thank Bob again for pointing things out to us, things I probably would not have seen or even known about had he not mentioned them to me. He actually invited me in a little bit, and I looked around. He's got all kinds of photos and trophies and ribbons that he's won over the years, which I think he's proud of, and he should be. Really, really cool. But harness racing, not what it used to be here in Florida. From what I understand, very big in Europe, very big out west in the States. But pretty cool looking where I'm looking right now, where Wilt Chamberlain, Arnold Palmer, and believe it or not, Prime Minister Tony Blair came here and had horses here and watched them run here. Pretty incredible, a lot of history. And had a lot of fun to come out here and walk around. It's almost gone. The city's taken over about 70% of it, turned into sports fields and such and whatnot. But you know, that's what we do. Whatever's left, we try to document and get a hold of. So we had a good time out here. So hope you enjoy the video and share it on Facebook, would you? And subscribe, would you? And put comments below if you've ever been out here. Let me know some history and some stories behind it. Let me know what you think of the video. Don't forget to share it. And I will see you next time, hopefully very soon. Take it easy.